Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking into these hives, seeing how the honey's doing. And it looks like there may be some robbing on this first hive here. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting an entrance reducer on there, and hopefully they can defend that a little better than the whole wide open thing. Now it is a screened bottom board here. So what that means is that even though I'm going to be putting an entrance reducer on there, they'll still get plenty of airflow up and through. I'm also going to close the gap there in the back. Right now I have this top set up so that it's got a little wedge back here and it allows air to flow through, but with a screen bottom board I don't think I really need it. And I'd prefer it if I could cut out some of the robbing by putting an entrance reducer on there and maybe blocking the top off. But for now, let's go ahead and get into this hive and we'll see what we see. While I'm opening this up, another thing I'm trying is I'm actually wearing rubber boots because there's a hole in my right leg. Trying to keep that from getting bees up it. So far it's been working. Look at that. I accidentally left a little gap here. I'm gonna have to make sure that they're not gonna build between there. It looks okay to me. Not sure if there's any honey in there yet. I'll let you guys know. I'll show you. This frame has comb built out. Little to no honey on it. This frame's got some honey in it, but nothing's capped yet. Top box looks pretty good, but like I said, I saw that gap over on this side when I first opened it. Try to space these out a little better so that they can build wide combs. It's easier for me as a bee. Oh, I see another good frame in here. I will actually pull this one and show you. This one's pretty thick. It's already got quite a bit of comb built up in the center there. Some honey going. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this as is because it's doing well for me. It's a pretty substantial hive going on. I'm gonna close them back up. I'm not gonna leave a gap there this time because I don't want them to be getting robbed. And we'll move on to the Russian hive to see how they're doing. I say in another week or so, this hive will have a few of those super frames ready to pull for honey. I am going to stick an entrance reducer on there. So that's what I'll do next. I'm going to use one of these entrance reducers, but I'm actually going to use the larger side because they are a bigger hive. This will allow them to get more people in and out. When I say people, I mean bees. Now that I look at it, I think I'm just going to leave it. I'll watch it because it is about 5 o'clock. Most of the bees come in about this time, and it looks like some of the traffic has calmed down. So if I start seeing what looks like robbing again tomorrow during midday, I will probably put a reducer on there. But because of right now, it just looks like it's normal traffic. I'm going to leave that sit as is. Now I'm going to focus on this hive here. If you remember, this hive was doing okay, but it wasn't fantastic, wasn't terrible. See how much better they're doing now that we refilled their feeder and all that. I can already tell you there's fewer bees on top of the top board here and the lid. Been doing okay the last few times we opened it. It's been okay. There's not many bees on here. This is like my medium hive. It's not huge by any number, but it's not tiny either. Woo! Every time I come out here, they've stuck that thing down harder than it was before. Probably because they're tired of me moving it all the time. As you can tell, like I said the last time, there's very little growth on here. And it looks like they've started to grow out on the side, which, not a fan of. But until I really figure out what I want to do, I'm not gonna do much about it. All right, this is looking better. That frame is pretty full of honey. And up at the top here, there's quite a bit. There's actually some capped honey in this corner here. So that's a good sign for these bees that I haven't seen before. That's a big drone. Anyways, wow. I'm looking at this next frame and it is brood. That is impressive. I'm looking at this. This could be a strong hive next year. I don't think it'll do so hot this year. They've just got to make it through the winter. It's like they got quite a bit of capped brood in here in the center. They've got capped honey on the edges. Some drone brood, which is that stuff here protruding out. And on this back side, there's honey. It's a mix of honey and brood in various stages of growth. As far as looking into the other frames, it looks as though they've mostly done a mixture of brood and honey. This next frame is all honey. All honey up on the top there. And then brood on the bottom. I'm going to leave this hive alone now. Close them back up, and I'm seeing brood, I'm seeing honey. This looks like it could be pretty strong. We've got a few more frames to fill out. Other than that, it's pretty good. I'm going to take the sugar water off and that top box. So where I had that third box up here, I'm actually going to remove that and just put back the lid and the actual lid as well. Leave this sitting up here. And I'll take this box off, put it back in storage. There's no reason to have it on there anymore. So we get to the Italians. If you remember last time we lost the queen here, we had to replace a frame in here. Today I'm going to look through, see if there's any evidence of a new queen. If there's no queen, or they're making one, I don't want to accidentally crush the cell she's being made in or anything. So that sounded pretty lively in there. Wow, there's quite a few bees on the top here. These all look like pretty young bees. These are pretty small bees, so I'm hoping that means that there's a new laying queen in there. Or the more probable answer is that the frame we put in here before is hatched. Honey and pollen in here, but no brood. Aha! Look at that. There's brood. There's larvae in there and everything. Oh, that's incredible. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. I was so worried about this hive for like the last week and a half before I checked it. Oh, that means there's a queen. She's laying. There's very few on this side, but there's a little bit on this side. A little bit. Enough to give me hope. I'm going to check the next frame. I'm hoping there's more. I'm hoping that was just the first frame and it was pretty scattered, but I'm hoping there's more in here. Oh, yes. Yes, that's a good sign. Yes, we've got brood going, we've got honey, we've got larvae. We've got all stages in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this hive has been saved. We did it. I'm so happy. That's a big weight off my shoulder. I was worried about this hive for a good week and a half from the last time we opened this thing up. I've been tempted to open it pretty much every single day since we switched that frame over. But I'm glad to say that today is the day that I opened it and there is brood. Ladies and gentlemen, I've saved this hive. Now I just hope they get enough resources to collect and get through winter and close this back up. That ends the saga of the Italian queen. It looks as though they've successfully gotten themselves a new queen, or she's gotten space to lay, which could have been the problem. She just didn't have space, but now she's got it. A bunch of new bees in there, so that frame definitely helped. It built the hive up. It's a little bit stronger, and I'm happy with the results there. They look like they're going to be good for the winter and maybe do well over winter into next year. And I think we might actually get some honey off of here. They've filled up 2 of these things basically full of honey. Now they just have to dehydrate it. And we're going into a durst, but I think we'll be able to harvest the top before it's completely gone. There's still clover popping up here and there, so I think they're going out and collecting that. But all in all, I feel safe with this hive. The Russians I'm iffy on, but I feel confident that they'll be okay. And they still have a ways to go, but I feel much better about them now. I would like to thank my brother. He helped me out last video, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out as well. He was here, he was doing the videoing for me, so if this video is a little bit crappier, you'll know why. It's just me by myself. But go ahead and check out the video. Thanks, Carl. I really appreciate it. And for the rest of you, thank you for watching. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. Drop a like and a comment if you'd like to see more, or if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you all. Have a great day.